Good evening, family. Welcome to the Underrated Sports Show. We got a nice one to talk to them. We got another banger. We're gonna read about Byron Scott, and plus, in a few minutes, She Stay Sleep is going to come through, brother. You know, eating, and plus, I'm gonna show my food because last night I have difficulty to it was keep on cutting off. But if y'all want to see my food, is on my Facebook page and my Facebook page and my Facebook group. But we're gonna get these announcements out the way. Welcome to Underrated Darkness, my channel. Dad, glad y'all come. Glad you come. Right? Hit the bell when I come for a powerful live stream or video. Also, check out my past live streams and videos, please. Very much appreciate it. Let's get them likes and views up on those. Share this. Very much appreciated. We be doing this every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Also, like I said, I had problems with last night. The fellowship dinner live, but I usually do that every Sunday. Excuse me, I don't, can't tell you what time I do it, but just watch out for it. That's every Sunday, but it's on there. So let's get them likes and views up on that one last night. Also, I do music and boxing. And quite a few things. And also November, God's willing, I will be doing a special live stream, midterms of our perspective. All right, midterms of our perspective. So I'm gonna keep on. Y'all keep on. Watch out for that. All right. Maybe I might do a segment even before then. Maybe a few days before that. All right, and maybe the after segment after that too. Never know. All right. So let me make sure everything has set up here. Thanks for coming. Queen Need to be and Fluffy. Queen Fluffy, thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. We're gonna wait for some more people to come. So we can start this off. In a few minutes, I'm gonna be showing my food. The ones you had not seen last night. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you want to know more about me, yours truly, Jerry Thomas. Go on my Facebook page, Facebook group, JT MVP. Thinking for ourselves. My food will be on those links. So y'all can go ahead and check it out. But I'm gonna show my food in a few minutes, most likely after I read and set up the panel for this discussion tonight. After I read about Byron Scott. Also, I have a Twitter account, all in caps, at JT Blackman44. That's my Twitter account. My Instagram account, lower caps, same name as Underrated Darkness, but lower caps. Check that out. All right. So we waiting for some more people to fill up and everything. And I will show my food. I don't usually do this on the sports show, but like I said, we had technical difficulties last night. I keep on getting cut off like twice in 3 years of charm. I finally got it on. And also I post that last night too. So I want y'all to check it out on my Facebook page, Jerry Thomas, and also my Facebook group. All in caps, JT MVP, Thinking for Ourselves. I want y'all to check that out. All right? So we're gonna wait for some more people to fill up here. It's 10 watching. Come on, let's get this full this up. Let me see here. Let me say, let me salute to my brother. Peace, my brother. How you doing?
Peace, peace, peace.
All right, good. He gonna talk to you in a few minutes. All right, so we waiting for some more people. Waiting for some more people come in so I could read the story. The story is very important about Byron Scott. He has accomplished a lot. So waiting for some more people to fill up it. And like I said, I'm gonna show my food. Like I said, my food is on my Facebook page and my Facebook group. So go to that. Wait for some more people. I'm glad. All reliable. Thanks for showing up. Salute to you, Muhammad is the one. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Information man. Thanks for coming. We're gonna wait for the web. I'll probably wait at least about maybe 2 or 3 more minutes. Then I'm gonna read the story. Then after that, it's gonna be panel participation. We're gonna read about Byron Scott, Byron Anton Scott. Sorry. Read about that. We're gonna fill it up. Oh, gotta take something out. Two more minutes. Then we're gonna read about by Byron Scott. I'm glad everybody's doing all right. Some more people to get in, so thank you so much, Nita B. I hope you get better. Thanks for coming. Get well. Appreciate that. Anytime, anytime. Okay. Guess we're gonna get this show on the road. Again, Welcome to the Underrated Sports Show with my brother. She stay asleep, and we're gonna read about Byron Scott. Right? Goes like this. And again, welcome, family. Thanks for coming for your constant support. Scott grew up in Inglewood, California, and played at Morningside High School in the shadows of what then the Lakers' home arena, the Forum. He played college basketball at Arizona State University for 3 years. Then he left after his junior year playing in the NBA. Select by the San Diego Clippers in the first round with the 4th pick of the 1983 NBA draft. Scott was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in 1982 in exchange for Norm Nixon. During his playing career, Scott suited up for the Lakers, Indiana Pacers, and Vancouver Grizzlies. Poetic Cal, thanks for coming, Queen. Was a key player Lakers doing. Scott was, let me read it again. During his playing career, Scott suited up with the Lakers, Indiana Pacers, and Vancouver Grizzlies. Scott was the key player for the Lakers during the Showtime era. Being starred alongside Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and AC Green. He played for the Lakers for 10 consecutive seasons through 83 to 93. During that time, he was on 3 NBA championship teams, 85, 87, 88. As a rookie, Scott was a member of the 1984 All-Rookie team, averaged 10.6 points in 22 minutes. He led NBA in three-point field goal percentage, 40.43 in 1984-85 season and 87-88 season. Scott enjoyed his best season leading the NBA champion Lakers in scoring, averaging career best 21.7 points and in steals 1.91. He was the Lakers starting shooting guard from 1984 until 1983. In 1997, last year of Scott's playing career in the NBA, he went back to Lakers and proved to be a viable mentor. A team features Shaquille O'Neal, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, and the 18-year-old rookie, the great Kobe Bryant. Scott will be Bryant's coach on the Lakers towards the end of the latter career. In the summer of 1997, Scott signed with the Greek Basket League team Panathinaikos for the 1997-98 season. That season he played with the Panathinaikos in both the FIBA Super Cup, known then as the FIBA Cup Euro Cup, Europe's second-tier level competition after the top-tier Euro League, and the Greek Basket League in the Support Cup 1997 through 1998 season. He averaged 13.4 points, 2.4 rebounds, 2.1 assists, and 1.1 steals in 25.6 minutes per game in 17 games played. Scott helped lead his team to the Greek Basket League championship with his scoring in many crucial games. In the Greek Basket League 1997 through 98 season, he averaged 17.6 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2.3 assists, and 1.3 steals per game in 33.7 minutes per game. That's a lot of minutes of that age that he played in 34 games played. After one season with the Greek Basket League champion, Scott retired from playing basketball and began his coaching career. Byron Scott began playing his NBA coaching career in 1998 when he began first of 2 seasons as an assistant with the Sacramento Kings. He specialized in teaching perimeter shooting during his tenure with the Kings and helped to lead the team with an excellent three-point shooting percentage during a pair of playoff seasons. New Jersey Nets. In 2000, Scott took over the struggle. New Jersey Nets, his team performed poorly in his first year, then changed in the 2001-02 season with the arrival of Jason Kidd as the Nets reached the franchise record of 52 wins. In the process, they won their first Atlantic Division crown and appeared in their first NBA Finals against Los Angeles Lakers. Despite losing the championship series to LA, Scott came back to coach the team through another successful season during the 2003 campaign. Once again, take the team to NBA Finals, but losing once again, this time to the San Antonio Spurs. New Jersey was by double figures in 6 games, but the Spurs tightened up their defense and won the game and the championship. I remember that scene. It was heartbreaking. Scott was fired during the 2003-04 season as New Jersey had a disappointing 22-20 record coming into All-Star break, even though they was leading a division at the time of his dismissal. Rumors of a rift between Scott and Kidd circulate media outlets. They saw allegedly claiming that Kidd wanted Scott out of New Jersey. All parties, including then Nets general manager Ron Thornton, denied the report. Scott claimed that he was very surprised by the report and that he and Kidd always got along. He was succeeded by his sister, Lois Frank, while coaching the Nets lived in Livingston, New Jersey. Scott became the head coach of the New Orleans Hornets in 2004. Chris Paul was drafted by the team in 2005 and was named Rookie of the Year. In 2005-06 season, 2006-07 seasons, he guided the team a pair of sub-500 teams. One Oscar was that the team played most of its home games in Oklahoma City during the Hurricane Katrina devastation of New Orleans. In 2007-08 season, Scott had his first winning season as Hornets head coach, then had a winning percentage of 68.683 with a record of 56-26. They became Southwest Division champions and finished second overall in the Western Conference. Scott was named the head coach of the 2008 Western Conference All-Star team in a few months after he was awarded the 2007-2008 NBA Coach of the Year award. Due to his success, the Hornets awarded Scott with a 2-year extension. The Hornets had a 30-11 home record with the 26-15 road record and clinched the second seed in the Western Conference playoffs. The Hornets won a first-round series against the Dallas Mavericks, posting a 4-1 record for the series. Then they would go on to face the defending champ San Antonio Spurs in the Conference Semifinals. As usual, trend home court blowouts will mark the series until decided in Game 7 when the veteran Spurs pull off a 91-82 win on the Hornets' rowdy home court. The win marked the 100th playoff win for Spurs coach Greg Popovich. In 2007-2008, '09 season, the Hornets finished 49-33 and entered the playoffs as a 7th seed, then faced Denver Nuggets in the first round after losing after 5 brutal games, including a 21 and 29 point blowout as well as a 58-point loss in Game 4, which tied the worst margin defeat in NBA postseason history. Scott was relieved from his head coach duties for the Hornets on November 12, 2009, following a 3-6 start. He was mentioned as a candidate for several NBA coaching jobs, including Chicago Bulls. Following his dismissal, he briefly served as studio analyst for the NBA on ESPN. Cleveland Cavaliers. On July 10, 2010, Scott was named head coach of the Cleveland Cavaliers a few days before the team lost star LeBron James to Miami Heat. During Scott's first season at the helm of the Cavs, he's watched his team enduring a 26 losing streak, which then was the longest such streak in NBA history. Scott was reunited by Byron Davis, who he coached with the Hornets, which when a mid-season trade brought Davis to Cleveland and helped the Cavaliers close the season with several victories, including a 102-90 upset victory over LeBron James and the Miami Heat, which assures that Cleveland did not have the worst record in the league at the season end. Cleveland used their first overall pick to draft Kyrie Irving, which became the second point guard coach to the Rookie of the Year award. His second season in Cleveland saw them show some improvement in the shortened 66-game schedule. On April 18, 2013, Scott was fired by Cleveland Cavaliers management. The Cavaliers ranked in the bottom of 5 of the league in defense efficiency in each of his 3 seasons. Analysts were surprised at the firing, giving the team young and often injured rosters. Irving and other Cavaliers expressed their disappointment with the firing. Came back home, Los Angeles Lakers. Scott spent the 2013-14 season as a Laker television analyst on Time Warner Cable Sportsnet. After the season, he was frontrunner to become a new Laker head coach. Scott interviewed 3 times for the position, which had become vacant after Mike D'Antoni's resignation. On July 28, 2014, he signed a multi-year contract to coach the Lakers. With the team rebuilding in 2014-15 season, Scott finished his first season as a coach of the Lakers with a 21-61 record. In the 2015 NBA draft, the Lakers select Ohio State point guard D'Angelo Russell with the 2nd overall pick. The Lakers finished a franchise worst 17-65 in 2015-16 Kobe final season before retiring. It was a 5th straight season in coach career that his team finished last in their division. On April 24, 2016, the Lakers did not exercise their option on Scott's contract for the final season, decided to pursue a new coach. His 38-26 record with the team was the worst of any of 16 coaches who had led franchise for at least 2 seasons. So, if I'm going to get this receipt. His spouse, he was married to Anita Scott, 85, divorced 2014. His children, Deron Scott, Laden Scott. Go read out his stats. Like I said, Arizona State, 79 through 83. Coach career 1998 to 2016. Okay, this one, yeah. Okay, three-time NBA champion, 1985, 87, 88. NBA All-Rookie First Team, 1984. FUBA Earl Star, 1997. Greek Basketball League Champion, 1998. First Team All Pac-10, 1983. Pac-10 Freshman of the Year, 1980. Number 11 retired by Arizona State as coach, NBA Coach of the Year, 2008. Two-time NBA All-Star head coach, 2002 and 2008. Career NBA stats, points 15,007. Average throughout his career, 14.1. Assists, 2,729. Average throughout his career, 2.5. Steals, 1,224. 1.1 steals. And that was impressive. So despite his record as a head coach was so, but also he did well. So he didn't get the players that he really wanted to me. So now we're gonna salute to everybody. Welcome She Stay Sleep to the panel. How's the brother doing tonight?
What's going on, bro? What's going on? Peace to the chat. Peace to everybody tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm just chilling, man. What's going on?
I'm all right. So you heard about Byron Scott?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what's your take on that, bro?
Well, I never really knew Byron Scott too much as a player, but you know, as being a coach, I always thought he was a great coach. I think he's one of the best black coaches.
Right.
From what I saw, being that, he coached that great New Jersey Net team, that he put together.
Yeah.
You know, um, and I see like his whole I like his demeanor as a coach. Like I never see him really you never really see him get too fired up like that. He's very calm, and you could tell by his demeanor that's why his players play the way they play.
Yeah.
That was a great New Jersey team that he coached that year.
Yeah.
Didn't they go to the finals, if I'm not mistaken?
Twice back to back.
Yeah, and I think it was because of his discipline, eh, his poise, and his determination and I think you really saw that come out in the players, man. He had a great team over there in New Jersey, and he did his thing, man. I think he's very I think he's very underrated.
Yeah. I
You
think
know,
so.
when, when people talk about great coaches, they don't mention him.
Yeah. And think
I
about
think he's very, very underrated.
and then you gotta think about it too. And plus, he coached in his career, coaching career. He coached an All-Star twice. All-Star game twice. I did one in the West and one in the East, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and that that just shows too how much of a great coach he was too.
Yeah.
Being that he was able to do that, man. They don't let you know garbage coaches coach
Mhm.
coaching that game. And I think too, if I'm not mistaken, the only people who they let coach is like some of the best coaches of that season.
Mhm.
So that just shows you, his contribution as
Uh-huh.
a coach. But see, my issue too is I feel like they always, we talked about this when we was talking about Fritz Pollard.
Yes.
Um, I think that they always lowball black coaches. I think like when they mention great coaches, they never they always fail to mention a black coach. You
Yeah.
know,
True.
they always, now the coaches that they name are great coaches. It's I'm not taking nothing from them, but
Right.
I feel like they should always mention a black coach.
Mhm. Yeah. I think so.
And I think that they never mention one, and I don't understand why. When you got guys like Byron Scott, when you got guys like Mark Jackson,
Yeah.
you know, even like they give a lot of props to Teron Lou,
Yeah.
because he was over there in Cleveland and he coached that championship team.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think, and I think Teron Lou is a decent coach,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he got a lot of help, coaching from LeBron and stuff too.
Yeah.
I don't think it was just him.
Right.
When you got a star player, it's easier. It's kind of easier to keep your team together because the star player is gonna help you.
Yeah.
Just like Mike helped Phil,
Yeah.
just like Kobe helped Phil. So I feel like with Byron Scott, I mean he had Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd was a great leader, but I don't think Jason Kidd helped Byron Scott the way LeBron would help a Teron Lou.
Yeah.
I don't think he played that big of a role like that
Uh-huh.
in coaching the team. I think most of that strategy came from Byron Scott. So
Uh-huh.
we gotta salute him, man.
You
He's a
got
great coach.
absolute. Yeah, definitely. All right. Um, yeah, yeah. Cat PY2, if you want to get on the panel, let me know. Malik Omar, watch out for your link. I'm gonna send it to you. We gonna be talking about the great Byron Scott. He don't get the credit that he deserved, but we gonna pay homage to him. Yeah, and after that, after I set this up, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all my food. Show you my food. So, okay. Malik Omar, watch out for your link. Shout out to the LDBC. Yeah, yeah. Malik Omar, how you doing?
Hey man, God is good, man. How you doing? What's up, the sheep? Stay sleep. The panel, man. I said, let me come on and chop it up with my family for a couple of minutes. You know what I mean? But yeah, I heard y'all talking about Byron Scott. That really grabbed my ear, man. He definitely overrated, definitely, man. And like Sheep said, unfortunately, man, when born with the curse of having this black skin, we railroaded. You know what I'm saying? So that's real. Byron Scott, Tyrell Lou, they big him up. He got a chip. You know, there's so many coaches that are underrated, man. It's really, really a shame. You know what I mean? How sports is, because sports is actually, you know, what I was trying to say the other night, because I had to roll out real quick. It's actually black exploitation, and it's grown men being paid big bucks to child games. So you know, definitely we're being exploited, man. So it's big money, but at the end of the day, you look at it, the average lifespan of a athlete, look it up, you don't have to believe me, is around 56 years old. JT and Sheep, that's real talk, man. So they beating their body up, you know, while this rich, wealthy man is sitting up there, you know, collecting the bucks. So he won at the end of the day, man. But we generate so much money as athletes. What if all them athletes put their ego to the side and they work together and allocated a fund? You know what I'm saying? And open, like Sheep said, you know, once they step out of that boundary of just playing and they want to own the team, all hell break loose. LeBron is a billionaire. He ain't catching hell right now, but like Sheep said before, let the guard go and try to own the team. You know what I'm saying? Let him try to do something with a higher echelons, with the wealthy people at. He gonna catch hell, man. So this is real, man. But yeah, black folks are defecated on unconditionally in every sport, every arena, man. You got football right now. They just recently had to take the NFL. Now the Giants is my favorite team, but I'm boycotting the NFL because of Kaepernick. Same thing with you, JT, man. But you know, the Giants, my squad, we play tonight. I ain't even gonna even watch. I know we're gonna lose, but it's all good. That's my team. I'm riding with them. But JT, man, it's unfair. She is right. You know, we could go on and on and on. You know, they just opened up another lawsuit for the NFL because they're not hiring that many. I don't know. You know, we got to get away from this term too, JT, a minority. Now, when you look that up, minor, that's the lesser of. And the greater of the world is people of color. So now we're not a minority, we're the majority, but people of color. And they need to check that too, man. But they got a minority lawsuit going on now, man, because they don't want to hire no more black coaches. The last 8 black coaches that was hired Sheep in the last 2 years is white folk. You know, speak on that. I'm gonna pass the mic to Sheep because I know he can go in on it. Yeah, Sheep, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro.
Yeah, so you know, I'm just piggybacking on what you're saying, God. You know what I mean? This is real, but I'm not. I want to get off the topic, but Byron Scott, yeah, he was the real deal, man, and he can't get a job right now. Ironically, you know, so they black code us out, man, and it is what it is. But until we rise up, because believe it or not, JT, man, and I didn't even know this, 87% of the NBA is black people, man.
Oh yeah, it went up. It used to be. It stuck on 75% for decades. Yeah, it went up. Yeah, it went up. Well, I'm gonna talk more about that too. I'm definitely gonna talk more about that within a few. But let me tell you, all the people I showed them for what happened was I had problems. I had problems with YouTube because it was cutting me off twice when I was doing the live. So that's why I showed my food to the ones who didn't see it. Y'all can see it. So what I did is just Russell potatoes. Also, matter of fact, let me cut back on
Show that picture again, JT.
Huh?
Show the picture of that food again.
Yeah, I'm gonna show. I'm gonna cut the I'm gonna cut it back. This is Russell potatoes. This say I showed last night, but like I said, YouTube was fucking with me. But this is sweet with that sweet onions. This is pork chops, Creole seasoning and garlic powder.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And then I put this on top.
Yeah, good God.
Let me read that. Heinz barbecue Carolina vinegar style tangy sauce. That's what I put up top. Now last night I had red wine, so that's gone. So I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm drinking this. So, but if you want to see the food and the dessert, it is on my Facebook page, Jerry Thomas. And also on my Facebook group, again, it's in caps, JT MVP, think for ourselves. So it's in the Facebook. So y'all go look for it. You know, the food is on there. All right?
No doubt. Hey, Jay, one thing I can say about you, fam, I'm a vegetarian, but I'm looking at the food, man. The food is on fire. You definitely got them skills, man. And if you're going to eat some pork chops, do it right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, you know what I mean? I want to salute you, man. You know, and also, JT, man, because I just noticed that you have a niche for culinary art. I think I said this to you before. Man, it's imperative, man, that you put some of the recipes out there. Don't be stingy, brother. You know what I mean? And invest, man, if you can, into a mini restaurant down there in VA, because I'm gonna come holler at you, man. You know, I'm from Norfolk originally. You know what I'm saying? I relocated to Philly. So 757, that's my area, and I'm gonna be filming a short film real soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in Virginia Beach. So hopefully we could connect, man. You know what I mean? I've been trying to reach out to Sonny Boxing Talk. Hopefully he listening, man. I've been emailing this cat, man, because I'm trying to give him a little part. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, I'm from Virginia, man. That's my hometown. Virginia is for lovers. Okay. You know what I'm saying? The Tidewater area. Philly is my second home. Like I said, I've been here 20 years in Philly. I met wifey, and this is my second home, man. It's mad love up here. So, you know, definitely, man, we got to connect. But yeah, that food, man, you on point, man. I missed out yesterday, JT. I want to stop past for a little bit, man, but I got caught up, brother. So I just want to.
I understand. No, the family. You gotta do the family thing. You gotta do the family thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Oh yeah. You know, and the other night I had to get off because I had to chop it up with wifey. She like, look, I understand because I'm so busy, man. I'm in between writing, in between filming, and doing so much, man. It's crazy because, you know, women want their time, JT, man. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem. Black women want their time, so you gotta try. And most people will be like, well, man, you gonna spend time? What is it about? Nah, it ain't about always sex, man. You know what I'm saying? I tell people the best thing, especially when you get married, brother. The best thing when I come home to wifey, man, I could be feeling down, JT, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's just something about sister love, man. And particularly her, because after 17 years, you be grown to accustomed. Like, I can't live without this woman after a certain amount of time. I understand I got to make my money, man, but it's my best friend, man. And that's the beautiful thing in the world, man. I was talking to you before, JT, man. That marriage, man, and the family infrastructure is beautiful, man. And it's unfortunately that society don't big that up. You know what I'm saying? They big up the shacking up and, you know, having these babies over here, these babies over there. And next thing you know, man, you know, I'm one of them children, man. My father was over here. You know, my brother was over here. We all had different moms, man, and that's not cool. You know what I mean? I don't condemn nobody that do it, man, but the family infrastructure, man, it's a beautiful thing. You heard? But, yeah. As far as the NBA, back to that subject, man, JT and Sheep, that's real, man. 85, 87% is, and we got the money. We making the money. And if they want to act like that, man, you know, we got to start boycotting. White folks understand when you start hitting them pockets. I know them. I'm around them every day. You start touching them pockets, JT, a whole lot gonna change. They ain't gonna listen, brother. You know, hey, JT, you heard about the brother that walked up on Michael Jenkins, man, and called him an Uncle Tom and a sellout yesterday?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, because he said Malcolm Jenkins, you're a sellout. He mentioned a term that a lot of people don't know. I didn't know it at first, so I had to investigate it a couple years ago. Neo-colonialism. What that is to the chat and anybody that don't know, that's somebody that look like me, Sheep Stay Sleep, and JT that has a white mindset.
Yeah, but you know, yeah, but I'm gonna say something about that, and I'm gonna get back to like the sports. Get back to the thing that he needs to be called out because you know, as people don't know, when Kaepernick was fighting to get back in the NFL, it was a big uproar that, you know, that's when Arcus 45 called, you know, players of shit. You should, you know, we ain't gonna get into that. And then at the same time, you know, Malcolm Jenkins did for trying to fight for Kaepernick, but along the way he was having like secret meetings with the commissioner, and that's facts.
That's facts.
And so
facts.
So what happened was it derailed the Kaepernick was really talking about his issues. So everybody was like, all people was like, was going back and forth, but the message was there. Even like you got Stephen A. Smith was like contradicting, and other people was contradicting everything. And even you got like certain cities that was really, you could really see the racism and stuff like that too. So, but I didn't mean to get off the subject, but I definitely want to touch that on up there. But get back to the NBA, because I would like to touch that on a few minutes too.
Real talk.
I'm talking about sports, but NBA team, but on NBA, we had blacks coaches, had one in the NBA.
Yep.
There's one in 70. No, Bill Russell was the first one won in 69.
Yeah, he was the first one. Players
he
coach.
Was a player coach. Then there was this, I forgot his, I think I pronounced his Atlas, something like that. He played at ABA. He was the second one. He won the title of Golden State Warriors back in 75. Now, why I said 75? Because Robert Parrish, the one playing with the Celtics and the other teams. Right. He was a rookie at the time. A lot of people don't understand that.
Yeah, Robert Harris.
He was the first NBA champions and a rookie, and he sat on it.
Yeah.
So you think about it, then you got Casey Jones won with the Celtics, and we don't talk about him. We don't talk about him and everything. And also I want people to go back last week when we talking about Frederick Douglass, Fritz Pollard. He was the first black coach of any sport. I want y'all to we did a live stream. Me and Stacey did a live stream about that. And that is very, very important, family.
Yeah, I caught that. Y'all did a good job.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to go back and check them out. And sisters too.
That's right.
Y'all gotta check it out too. Don't let this system tell you, oh, you know, because that means that they try to tell you, that means you act like that means you a sexist. Let you know right now. Do not go back, and then we gonna talk about more women that may pay the way. So she stay asleep at you, brother.
That's right. Hey, Sheep, where you at, man?
Oh, he probably take care of something.
Okay, but
he gotta take care of something. Oh, but like,
yeah. Hey, JT, I wanted to also throw another name in the hat, man. I wish Sheep Say Sleep was on the right. Hey, Sheep, man, you there? Because I know he might know about this cat, but a lot of people sleep on him. Lenny Wilkins, man, what you think about him, JT? He slept on.
I think a while back I did a live stream about Lenny Wilkins. I think.
Yeah, Lenny Wilkins.
I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think. But Lenny Wilkins has slept on, but you know, he don't get the credit. He one of the, to me in the 60s, he one of the best point guards that, you know, was there. And then he went on, then he had an excellent transition of winning some games. And then he's one of the best NBA coaches. You know?
Yeah, he has one of the highest winning percentages.
Yeah.
They don't even talk about that, man. He's number 2. He's right behind the dude that's from Chicago. Then he went to LA, Michael Jordan coach. He's right behind him, winning percentage wise.
Yeah.
But that's a myth though, JT. And I know if he was here, he could speak on it. That black men can't be generals. That we can't lead. We could be workers and we could be up under that, but we can't leave. And that's so untrue, man. Tony Dungy is another quote. Like we talked about this the other night on how Chucky came to Tampa Bay and took a Super Bowl team to the Super Bowl, and that was Tony Dungy team.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Sheik, go ahead.
That's a fact, man. Exactly. Just like Steve Kerr took over Mark Jackson team that he built in Golden State. Same exact thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
I hope Sheep and JT that they don't do my man like that, man. I got a pinch that they're gonna do him because He done got better. Cincinnati Bengals, they done got better this year. They 4-2 or 5-1. They lost last night, but I got a pin in there. He done rebuilt that team. He a black man, and I'm hoping and I pray to God, man, Sheep, that they don't do this man like that, man, because he got
Who
all the talent in the world.
Marvin Lewis.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. But he's a long-time coach.
Yeah. But he been there from the ground up. You see what I'm saying, Sheep? Now
he been through the lows and the highs.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know?
Just like Tony Dungy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Another one, Tony Dungy, when he's at Tampa Bay Buccaneers, when they let him go, and the next coach came in, the one coach of Oakland Raiders now.
Yeah,
Chucky.
Yeah.
He took that team to the championship. That's Dungy's team with it.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna tell you, Sheep and JT, how genius that Tony Dungy is. He went to Indianapolis, started from the ground up, and made Peyton Manning one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, and took him to a chip. Then he retired from there. So he's showing the world, JT and Sheep, that hey, I could go from one team and take them there to the promised land, and y'all get this white man the credit. I'm gonna go from the ground up, and he built that team up. I mean, that was genius, Sheep. That was genius.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say that, bro. You took the words out of my mouth, bro.
It's all about that, Phil.
No, I'm gonna drop a jewel on y'all too. You know, on defense, what's the other black coach in the NFL? They play against each other in the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. You talking about the brother from Chicago,
right?
Tony Dungy.
Yeah,
and they should.
I forgot his name, but anybody know his name, let me know. But they the one created the cover 2 that they called the Tampa cover 2. They the one create that. So when you see people say, let's play cover 2, Tony Dungy, man, I forgot his name.
I know you're talking about though, JT. Bubby something. I forgot his name too.
It's not, but there's a black guy. What's his name? Lovie Smith.
Yup.
Lovie Smith. So family, they the one that created the cover 2. Them two.
Okay, so hey, let me ask you something, JT. Did they used to coach together or play together?
I believe they coached together in Tampa Bay. I believe when Tony Dungy was a head coach, I believe Lovie Smith was the head defensive coordinator, and also I think he was the second head coach, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's not. But you know what, JT? The beautiful thing about being wrong, I love being wrong, man, because it's a learning experience. A lot of people, they contagious to that. They want to be right all the time. But me, man, when I'm wrong, I love that experience. I just learned something, brother. But no, I think you're right. And they did. And then I'm going to tell you how racist Tampa Bay is, man. They actually, Lovie Smith, he got fired from Chicago Bears. He set out for couldn't get no job. Now, here's a man that took a franchise to the promised land, didn't win, but couldn't get no job because the team went down 2 years later, they fired him. So Tampa Bay picks him up. He do some dope drafting. Got one of the best quarterbacks there right now. And they give him a 3-year contract. They fire him the first year after all these people came in. Then they paid him all his money. The team and him, they like, yo, why y'all let me go? All this, the same Tampa Bay done that stuff again, man. And so now that's the second time, man. So I never ever root for Tampa Bay, even though they got a black quarterback, man, or how they did 2 consecutive black coaches. They gets no love from me, no side.
I think the key is, and I want you to stay asleep. I want you to stay there. I want y'all to jump into it. And even by anybody, want y'all to comment in the chat. That'd be very much appreciated. It's like always see in the NFL, it's always was a short leash. They did it to the first black coach. When he didn't play, they was like 0-30, 0-41. When he played, they win championships. He coached a team to a championship.
Yep.
And at that time, when the NFL was started, and really, because I thought the NFL really started in the 30s, but they really started like in the 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you think about they was being like storytelling franchise back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
That they did not say the story when we read about it, but hey, no.
Yeah.
If you look at Tampa Bay though, Tampa Bay got a history of shitting on black quarterbacks.
Come on,
yes.
And they replace all black quarterbacks with trashy white quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They did that shit to Sean King. They replaced them with bum ass Brad Johnson, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Hey, oh, you know what she said? I'm gonna take it way back. Doug Williams in 78. He got hurt and he came back, did good. You know they replaced him? Steve the Bird. Now, Steve the Bird 2 years later went to San Francisco. He did all right. But that's what really started in the 70s.
Yeah, they Tampa Bay got a history of doing that shit.
Uh-huh.
They really do. They do. And one thing I noticed too, if you notice, most black coaches in the NFL, they always got a hell of a defense.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, sir.
When you got a black coach, a lot of them, they got very good defenses. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them, a lot of the black coaches, they have problems with the quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm. Big
And
time.
most of the time it be white quarterbacks who they have the issue with.
Yes, sir.
And it's because I believe a lot of them white quarterbacks be running up to the offices crying and bitching.
Yeah.
So they could get their way.
Mm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the best white quarterback black coach that I've seen in the last few years is the black coach over there in Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah. Hands down.
Him and Roethlisberger got a hell of a relationship.
Yeah.
You could tell. He go to batting for Ben, and Ben go to batting for him.
Yes, sir.
Because if Ben ain't want him in Pittsburgh, he would have been gone.
Absolutely.
Oh, I know you talking Mike Tomlin.
Yeah. Yep. Mike Tomlin.
Yep.
And he a great coach.
You know that, right? You know he's from Virginia, right?
No, I know he's from VA.
Yeah, he's from VA. I believe he's from Virginia Beach.
I'll be right back, bros.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, man, that's news to me from my hometown, man. That's what it is.
He's from VA. Yeah, I believe he's from Virginia Beach.
Okay.
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
And I got to big up and piggyback on what Sheeps just said, too, JT. Mm-hmm. That when Ben Roethlisberger caught his second rape charge, guess who came to bat for him? Mm-hmm. Tomlin, the one you talking about. Mm-hmm. Came to bat for him. That's the only reason why he's still in the NFL. Mm-hmm. It was that black coach that came to vouch for him, man.
But it doesn't hurt when you win two championships too.
Oh, did that too? Yeah. No doubt.
Hey, that helped. That helps a lot.
Yeah, because you can't really cry racism, man. Yeah, that helped a whole lot. It wasn't all about him
but trust me on this one, Malik. Mm-hmm. It's still racism, man.
Oh, no doubt in my mind. Like I said, JT, in the beginning, my team is the New York Giants, right? We play tonight. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna watch because I'm boycotting the NFL. I'll look at the highlights on ESPN or something, but I'm not gonna watch. So I keep up with the score, on ESPN.com. But other than that, I ain't gonna watch that. No. Yeah. Now, you know who Kenny Washington was?
Kenny Washington.
Well,
sounds familiar.
Well, for the Rucker, Kenny Washington, JT, was a Jackie Robinson of the National Football League. He was the first black NFL player. back in the 1920s, because when the NFL, that's when it got started. You only had a handful of African Americans that played in that new league, but between 1934 to 1946, there was no black players in the NFL. So from the beginning, I bigged them up. They did in the beginning. Okay. Yeah. So his name was Kenny Washington. He was the Jackie Robinson of the NFL. So, there was a little bit more lenient.
But you know what? But you say the first one. So what about Fritz Pollard? He played in the NFL before he did.
What's his name?
The one that we did a story about last week.
Well, they say Kenny Washington, according to history, he was the first one.
No, you know what it is? He probably played in a storytelling franchise, as they call it. But the ones who the first black player played All Pro was named All Pro was Frederick Douglass Fritz Pollard.
Okay, I heard you talk about him. Because it once wasn't. It won't always the pro NFL.
It was right.
Right. Most people are unaware of that. It was the AFL league. So I think once it switched over to the NFL, I get what you're saying, and it became pro. Right. Yeah, you got an argument on that when it became pro, but I'm talking about.
So now people, when they talk about All Pro and stuff like back in the 20s, they're not gonna mention him.
Nah, okay, because he was later on though, JT, when it became the NFL, right?
Who?
That brother you talking about? What year?
No, he before that. He played in the 20s.
Okay. Because they say Kenny Washington, he paved the way for black football players in the pro NFL. I read a little bit more of it, man. But they say that he was actually a running back, a UCLA running back, and this is. Hold on, just give me a minute, because I just pulled this brother up. I pulled the brother up. I compared them both, and it says that he was an African American player of modern NFL. His story is not widely known. Then it goes on to say that it says Kenny Washington, star left half of the University of California in Los Angeles, sharpens his passing skills. He was actually this dude was actually a quarterback, man. Yeah. It goes on to say, JT, that lots of kids know about Jackie Robinson and how in 1947 he became the first African American to play Major League Baseball, but not as many kids or adults know about Kenny Washington. But Kenny Washington was the Jackie Robinson of the NFL. When the NFL started in the 1920s, a handful of African Americans played in a new league. But from 1934 to 1946, there were no black players in the NFL. There wasn't an official rule against them, but there was an unwritten understanding amongst the teams. The teams would not allow African Americans into the league. Some owners and coaches claimed that the African Americans were not good enough for the NFL. That's hard to believe, especially considering the 9 African American college football players were named All-American stars during those years. Still known, lots were undrafted, even though the NFL had 10 teams in the 1940s. Each team drafted 20 players. Then it goes on to say Washington was one of the college's first black stars who went undrafted. He was a running back who set rushing and passing records at the University of California, Los Angeles. In 1939, Washington led the nation in the total yards while also playing defensive back. Players played both offense and defense in those days. Washington also played baseball for the University of California, the Bruins. This brother, he hit his average was 454. Man, this guy had 40 home runs during his first 2 varsity seasons. His teammates on the NFL football and baseball teams was one of his baseball teams members was Jackie Robinson. Yeah. So I just want to just lay down some stuff on him.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I want to read some comments before we continue. Orelava said these black sports could support the black community better than they do. I don't mean a bag of food. Or reliable, they do. You just you just don't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to understand too, and the ones who want to do it, they have these agents, and they tie into the good old boys club.
Mm-hmm.
See, if we see this, what I'm saying, oh, reliable. See, this is I have to learn too. When I was younger, we have to know about the history, because when you know about history, guarantee you, if it doesn't change, you can always pinpoint of what's going on. But back then, it's not. See these sports that you talk about, oh, reliable. I'm gonna drop some jewels on you. Ain't that many black agents out here? You have to that's another discussion that we have to talk about. Now we could talk about LeBron praying he don't finish the fourth quarter. Okay, we could talk about that. But the one thing LeBron did right, his friends are agents. They look like him, so they fight for him.
That's right. He sent them to college, JT.
Huh?
I said he sent them to college to become agents. That's right.
Right, exactly. So we gotta do more of that. So I understand you say, oh, reliable, but I'm just saying that we have to know the history. And I'm not making no excuses for these some, because some of these players, you're right, they should, but trust and believe. I said trust and believe. We gotta know the history. We gotta be fair. I think a lot of us, if we want to go to college, you know, that we should go be an agent. That's great money. What? And then we could put our insight, hey, listen, you look like me. Let's work with our community. That's what we gotta be. That's part of economics.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of economics. When we be with these players and we agents, hand wash the other. I make money, he make money. We can go different, and then at the same. I'm talking about the NFL now, and then they can learn from us in other sports too. We need more agents look like us.
Yeah.
And plus, these agents, they have to have that economic Democrat savvy. Gotta have that.
Yeah, and JT, you right about that, brother. And I just wanted to just say this too, JT. That brother, now I went up the when you go to NFL films, you know, NFL films, to maybe not to a lot of people, but NFL films is credible to me. You know what I'm saying? But they say that Kenny Washington was the first black player that signed a contract with the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They said in 1946, this cat, 1946, this cat had to retire. He was 28 years old. That cat had 5 knee surgeries. Yeah, and they said that thousands of African Americans have played in the NFL. They all follow in the footsteps of Kenny Washington. So I just did a compare and contrast with the brother that you was talking about. This brother was before all of them, though, JT. Kenny Washington. And NFL films, they can make mistakes, and maybe we can pull up something, that you can find is more different than that. But he was the first one that actually signed a contract with the NFL. You know what I mean? So that's whoever was first, nevertheless, first or whatever one, it really don't make a difference to me. But you're right, though. Black players, they've been catching hell in the NFL from day one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then we gotta understand that. But I understand what old reliable talking about. But I'm saying like this, we gotta be fair to know the history, man.
Yeah.
We gotta be fair. We always want to jump on. And I'm not getting on you, old reliable. Trust me, I understand what you're saying. Because I'm with you on the sentiment too, but we gotta know the history too. We have to. I could blame us. I could blame us all we want. But I'm not letting the system go either. because they play a big part too. You got us there, especially in the NFL. We gonna stick about the NFL now, and then when I get back to basketball, there's a lot of them when they was coming up, even at those trying times, like the 20s, 30s, and the 40s. They asked a lot of them, our players, to not play in a position that they excel in. So they asked them to play a certain team, play another. Probably play in another position they didn't want to. And plus, at the same time, too, I gotta say this: a lot of players back then, you know, they had to put. They was 2-way, 3-way, 4-way players because at that time the NFL didn't have no money, so a lot of them had to have second jobs, third jobs.
Yeah, this is real, JT, man. Yeah, they definitely was working second jobs. They definitely.
But there wasn't no money. Even the 50, there was no money accumulated.
Yeah.
The first, a lot of people don't understand. The first TV that they showed black and white was the 58 championship, NFL championship. That was against the New York Giants and the Baltimore Colts.
Yeah. You know, and yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but that was their very first TV contract.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they didn't have it back then, but it was like black and white and stuff. But I'm talking about nationally televised. That was the first game they really televised.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, 1958 in the NFL championship.
Yeah, real talk. And you know what, JT? I actually had the distinguished pleasure of talking to. He was actually my personal friend because he had a radio station here in Philadelphia. I don't know if you remember Johnny Sample. He used to play for the Jets. He was the defensive captain, and Joe Namath was the offensive captain. And he was telling me, man, that some of the stories right now he talked about, and he used to talk with such vitriol, man, about how white folks used to treat him back then. And I couldn't really identify with him because I wasn't alive back then. However, I had to just listen to him, and he was just angry unto his death, man. And he was a nice guy, but he was just saying, man, on how, man, he used to throw all kind of just bodily fluids to him back then. Black cats, all kind of stuff he was saying he was throwing to him. And he was telling me to this day, now he died about 10 years ago. He was saying to this day, him and Joe Namath, they went out to, you know, I think it was Super Bowl 1 and 2 they won. And he said he went out to, you know, they had a function to re-honor them again, right? And in the function, I'm just telling you what he told me. He said that when he went back to the hotel, Joe Namath wasn't a racist too. He told me that. He said that Joe Namath just happened to ask him, how much they paying you for this gig? So Johnny said, they give me $5,000. And Joe Namath told him, say, man, that's not right, man. They paying me $10,000. Joe Namath went to the people that was throwing the event and said, look, if you can't get him $10,000 like you giving me, we're not going to have this event. So they wound up giving Johnny Sample $10,000, man. So that tell you on how, and that was just 10 years ago before he passed. He was just saying, man, on how Joe Namath wasn't he was an equalist, man. And I know that's hard for a lot of us black folks that have experienced racism, and we see it in our face every day. But there's good and bad in everything. But he was telling me, he said he wasn't a racist. And Johnny Sample was deaf on white folks, man, that ain't like black people, man. I mean, he said some things out of his mouth, man, it was vicious. But yeah, he's a NFL retiree, man, and check him out. Johnny Sample, very outspoken. He was another Jim Brown, man. Because you know Jim Brown actually retired when he was 27 to 28 because of racism. He said that he needed to be making the money that the players should be making. It should be a 50-50 cut. The owner should get 50%, and the players should get 50%. That was unheard of saying something like that up there, and he was playing for the Browns. So they thought he was joking. He said, that don't happen this year, I'm gonna retire. He retired and became a mega movie star. Yeah. But that show you the power, JT, of a man. That's what men do. They stand up. He was the Colin Kaepernick of that day.
Yeah, exactly. But go back over reliable. I know you don't hate sports, but you can do better. But again, I say over reliable, you got to know the history.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand that because people like me and She Stay Sleep and Malik, we gonna look at you in a certain way because you don't know the history. You gotta understand the history and the climate that
Right.
they was in. And even right now, you have to think about, especially we're going to talk about the NFL. The NFL is almost 80% of African Americans play. But
It is.
how many of us are in managerial positions?
Mm-hmm.
Especially owners. I'm not talking about like managers and all. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about positions that make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
That's still not happening. And we got talk about decades. Look at the NBA. NBA close to 80% African American too. Yeah, we got head coaches, but look how long the head coaches and us as the people had to prosper. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta think about it. Before in the NBA, before the great Bill Russell, he was a first black player coach, first black coach in the NBA. And the NBA at that time, they was in existence for over 20 years, going on 30. And I'm talking about he became player coach in 66. The year I was born. You know what I'm saying? Almost 30 years.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? Unreliable. So we gotta know the history. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking you. Trust me, bro. I'm not knocking you. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta know the history. We gotta be fair now. Gotta be fair. Go for me too.
Yeah.
Gotta be fair.
Absolutely, JT. Absolutely. And you know what, JT? I used to be one of those brothers be talking that old hoopla. You know what I mean? Yeah, them players ain't doing nothing for their people. Like you said, brother, I gotta concur with you. A lot of players are doing things for their communities. A lot of players are doing they giving the nonprofits, but a lot of us don't really know that, man. You know what I mean? That guy AC Green is historical, man, on building low income houses out there in LA because he's a Christian, a minister, and he practiced what he preached, man. He actually lived. I know it's a bunch of hypocrites in the church, but that brother lived it, man. Here's a
Mm-hmm.
man that almost played 18 years that never, according to him, wasn't having sex and waited till he got
No.
married. You know, so it's a lot of players that see, and that's what I don't like about this all white racist thuggish media, man, because there's so much good going on. Like when they portray black folks, they portray us like some old animal, man, in a cage, man. Like you can't even be around us. Look at them old sick people, man. Look how they killing each other. But
Yeah.
what they ain't gonna tell you, JT, is that more blacks graduate from high school than go to prison. See how that work?
Mm-hmm.
See how that work? Just lie, man. But if you a foreigner and you farm that information outside of America and you don't really live in the quote unquote ghettos, the black ghettos of America, and you don't really be around black folks, you come over here and you really think that we animal. You really think that we'll bite your head off. You know what I'm saying? For no reason, we're gonna rob you. You open up a store, but y'all big and y'all making millions of dollars off of my people. Ain't nobody getting robbed and shot. That's minor, man, when stuff go down like that. And it hardly ever statistically, it hardly never happens to these people that don't even look like us in our community that have businesses. But the portrayal, man, the Koreans is notorious, man, for making millions of dollars. Then they'll go back to their country and send their children over to take care of the business. They retire on us, man. I have no problem with it because we accept it. You dig what I'm saying? In the moment we say we ain't gonna accept it no more, we're gonna patronize ourselves and create jobs within our community. That's when the stuff will stop. But you let them people talk, like you said when you talking homeboy in the chat. You got to know our history, man. That's real. There's two sides to a story. That's why when somebody tell me something, JT, I listen. I give them the unconditional respect, and I keep an open ear. However, to myself, I said I need to hear the other side before I come to a correct judgment, because that is dangerous, man, to take one side. But yeah, to the brother to check history, even Malcolm X said that history is the best qualified and reward in all research, because you can't go wrong with that. When you got a chronological, historical dates, and you could back up all them facts, man, boom, then you come up with a correct conclusion. You know what I mean? Because you could be, I've been guilty of this, JT, man. You could be biased on one side, man. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? When you got balance, man. Because I don't even really have to even dig you. I don't even have to really, agree with nothing that you say. However, I got to respect you as a man and a woman, only because you have a right to an opinion. And your opinion could be right. You did? So, yeah, the NFL it's a dirty history, man. I wanted to ask you this too, JT.
Go ahead.
That NFL, man. Now they said something that was on. Most people ain't catch it, but I forgot Chris. I know his first name is Chris. He said something the other night when he was calling the game. I heard it because, like I said, I peep into these games. I don't watch the whole games, and he said that the elite quarterbacks, if you lift up the helmet, he said it was like racist. He said that they favor Tom Brady, they favor Joe Montana, they favor Peyton Manning. I mean, he called a couple of other names, but they were all white guys. I said, whoa. So when he said it on national television, I'm like, man, these people really think only a white quarterback is the pinnacle of, the NFL. But we could do what they do. And like you said, we can't be caught up in the fake falsehood of white supremacy. It never existed, JT. I argue with black people about this because I was one of the black folks that believed in that terminology too. It never, I don't even use the terminology. It never, tell me one thing that they supreme of us right now. And don't tell me that because they got more money or they control the system. You know what I'm saying? Or they control foreign exchange. I don't even want to hear that. That's falsism. That's materialism. I'm talking about what you born with me. Tell me something that white folks is supreme than me and you, and I'll start using that terminology tomorrow. You dig? Can't nobody say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because that terminology is false. But the terminology we should be using is institutionalized racism. You know what I'm saying? And this another thing, JT, man. Everybody is working together and building their community up. And they ain't jumping over their brothers to come patronize somebody that don't look like them. The moment we even talk about something like that, man, you know what they said? They say it's racism. You see how that works, JT?
Mm-hmm.
It's racism, man. It's unbelievable. Like, I'm looking at the Chinese people. I look at the Korean people. I look at the Dominicans. I look at the Puerto Ricans. I even look at our indigenous brothers who really don't like us over there in Africa, because they even program through the movies and lies and stuff and the social promotion about us. Even them, man, they working with each other. But when it comes to my people, African people in this country, working together, and they even talk about it. I even had a black person tell me this, African American, say, man, that's racist. I mean, it's just unbelievable, man, the condition that we in, JT, man.
It is. You know what? I'm gonna throw another name out that too. That maybe people young right now don't remember is Warwick Dunn, a longtime NBA Tampa Bay Buccaneers standout. He was building homes for unprivileged families around this country. Warwick Dunn. Look it up.
Never gets told. He never gets talked about though, does it, JT?
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, how come we heard about it, but
yeah, I heard.
Yeah. Warwick Dunn.
Warwick Dunn, yeah. And JT, I want to also tell you this. Unbeknownst to a lot of us, a couple of years ago, a black man that used to play for the NFL took his money. I'm tell you how genius we are. We supposed to be some old dumb nigga that can't read and supposed to work for white folks for the rest of our life and keep a job and work for Social Security, and that is it. What this brother did was, as opposed to just playing baseball, he was a football player. He's supposed to go and retire and just live. Nah, what he did, JT, was he took. I'm gonna tell you his name in a minute. He took his money that he was making and started an investment firm in stocks. And what he did, JT, he became a billionaire. So guess what was up for sale? I wish Sheep Stay Sleep was on the panel, man. The Minnesota Vikings. So this black man wanted to come and buy for $850 million. He stepped to the plate. They ain't allowed this black man to buy this team, JT. You know who I'm talking about, too.
He used to play for Minnesota, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Is it Alan Page?
I think that's him. Yeah. I think that's him, JT. I think, don't quote me.
Alan Page or Marshall?
Yeah, he used to play for them. He's a self-made billionaire. He came back to buy that team because it was up for sale. When he stepped to
it cannot be Alan Page. Alan Page became a judge, so it might be Marshall, I think.
I know it's Allen's. You know what, JT? You got me on the name because I do so much.
If it's Alan, if it's, let me see.
Hold on. I'm about to find out. Right
okay.
here.
All right, Chief Stacy. I'm gonna give Chief.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, that's what's up, Chief. Come on back on this panel, fam.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
I'm seeing the link. Chief Stacy.
I'm gonna give you his name in a minute, JT. Hold on.
Give me a minute. Alan Page or Marshall. Both of them could be wrong.
It was up. It was up for sale, JT. The moment he stepped up, they said it ain't for sale no more.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah, look it up right now so we know the name.
Okay, I'm doing it now. Just hold on for a minute.
Yeah, I'm back, bro.
All right. Thanks for coming back.
What y'all chopping it up about?
We was talking about different things. He was talking about how some of the players are still being denied. And then he was talking about it was this player that he was a Minnesota Viking standout. And he said he went on, became an excellent stockbroker. And then he said when he retired and when he made his money, he became a self-made millionaire. And then when Malik was saying that he wanted to buy the Minnesota Vikings, and then it was up for sale, he said $800 million. She stayed asleep, and they denied him.
Of course they're gonna do that.
Yeah, right. So now he's looking at right now. I believe it's Alan Page, but Alan Page became a judge.
Yeah, hold up, JT.
Or it might be Marshall. Or I could be wrong. So
no, I'm looking. Hold on, hold on. I'm coming. Go ahead, JT. I'm coming in a minute.
All right. Yeah. So they always been doing that to us.
Yep. They don't want us to be on the same playing field as them.
Yep.
The NFL is a Caucasian institution. So
right. And also, and I've got to bring this up too, She Stacey and Malik. And let's not forget about the women's sports too in the WNBA. It wasn't hardly no black coach and women black coaches. They was letting white women and also white men coach. Even college women's basketball too.
Yeah. Hey JT, I found his name. His name is Reggie Fowler. He was 46 years old back in 2005, man. He tried to buy a black man.
What's the name again?
Reggie, Reggie Fowler. FOW.
Okay.
LER.
Yeah. He wasn't a great. He just invests his money well. Okay.
Right. He played a linebacker. Yeah, so this dude, man, and he invested. Yeah. He was a self-made billionaire. And the crazy thing, Sheep stay asleep, man. When you punch this up, they dressed it up, Sheep. And when it was in sale, Sheep, for $850, right? I guess they believe his brother had the line of credit for the money. The brother had the money, and we'll get back with you. The next thing you knew, Sheep, it wasn't for sale. How strange is that, Sheep? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the finesse. That's the finesse,
Unbelievable.
Like they knew he had enough money. They couldn't tell him he didn't have enough. So what they did was they took the shit off the market. You know what I'm saying? That's just like how that's just like in the hood when dudes is doing their thing in the streets and niggas tell you it's a drought.
Right.
It ain't no drought. It ain't no drought. Them folks ain't gonna never stop sending that stuff into the neighborhoods.
That's right.
The drug dealers is the ones who make it a drought. Listen, we gonna tell them it's a drought. We gonna make these niggas wait 2 weeks.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's the old school finesse game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's real talk.
That's what they hit them with. They hit them with that. Oh, we're not selling now. We found a reason to keep the team.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, just like I forgot to say this too. And let's not forget about the late great Walter Payton when he's trying to like buy a team. I think the USF or something like that, and they turned him down.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Especially he made his own logo for the helmet, and they deny his patent.
Unbelievable, man. Yeah, unbelievable.
He got smacked 2-1.
Unbelievable, man.
And again, I got to say this about the women in sports too. That women, I want to check out the history about this. When the WNBA first started, they did not have a black woman coach.
Yeah,
I don't remember seeing one.
Thank you. And even in college right now, in college, like women's sports, I think they got some right now. But I'm talking about back then, like almost 20, 30 years ago, it was none. It was non-existent. It was none but white women and white man coaching. Like the great Connecticut teams, they be winning all the time. It was a white man coached them.
Yeah, they used to win all the time. That's real talk.
They still win.
Yeah, Con. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
The Husky, you crave them women. Listen, I used to tell people, you want to get you WNBA quick, go to Connecticut. You get there quick. White man coaching.
Who do they say is the best female coach of all time? Pat Summitt.
Pat Summitt, right. Tennessee Volunteers.
Yep, Pat Summitt.
All time, yeah, she's an all time in wins as a women coach. See, matter of fact, she's up there with the man too, and an all time NCAA wins of coach. Pat Summitt.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, our woman, JT, and she, we definitely can't, discriminate. And like JT said, man, a lot of them, I ain't know she had a winning percentage like that, JT.
Oh, yeah. Tennessee was winning, though.
Okay.
Each year, Tennessee, if you didn't win like 30 games, get a championship, or you get bumped down of the tournament, that's a failure.
Wow.
Tennessee had a lot of great players. If the WNBA would have been formed like in the 80s, Tennessee would have had mostly all players in it. No doubt about that. Plus, in consecutive years, I believe in consecutive years, she had a lot of wins. And plus she coached I think she coached some Olympic teams too, won gold too.
Yeah.
Pan-African games too. Pan-American games too. Pat Summitt. She died of dementia like a few years back.
Hey, JT, do you think that I'm throwing a wrench in the game, and sheep on the tourists are doing this. You too, JT. Do you think that it should be permissible for a woman to play basketball professionally with some professional men? Huh, JT?
Hey, if they said that play even field Okay. But don't cry hurt.
Okay. What about you, Sheik?
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they was having
I
that.
don't think so.
Yeah, they was having that debate, Sheik, on ESPN, man. It's real talk. It's been on the internet, man.
No,
You know.
I'm gonna explain why I say this, and I what she Stacy say this because we have to talk about how I'm talking about society thinking,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to understand this too that wherever it is, they always want to throw sexes. Just as I tell women all the time that if like in the locker rooms of any sport, if you do not want men to come in the locker room, no women should not come to the men's locker room and get ready. Period.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Because I ain't never ever had no mixed feelings. I keep it simple and plain, man. Like Sheik, no. This debate about, because that's what, and I had to throw that wrench in there, JT, man, because, when you brought up the sister, they don't even talk about the sister winning record up there with men, and that's unfortunately that because she's a woman, she need to be talked about. There you go with history again. That's the only reason I brought it up because we do have a one side in this. If that woman got that record like that, I ain't hear that until tonight, JT. I did not know she had a winning record like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Pat Summitt winning record, but I'm saying like this though. We have to think about like I'm not taking nothing away from Pat Summitt. She's one of the best women coaches ever. There's no doubt she set the standard. So I'm not saying that, but it was not an even playing field, even for women either.
Mm-hmm.
And we have to talk. And I know that some women probably cringe. I'm not talking about the ones in the chat, but they work outside. Want to listen? They probably cringe when I say that. But facts is fact. I'm talking about us as a community. Facts is facts. It was no even play. Just as it was no even playing field in the men, it was definitely no even playing field.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. What more can you say? Well, I know you're not being condescending and disrespectful. It was just a question that I had to ask, man, because there's been a burning topic, man, on the internet with sports people. Because we have these people that's coming out here, they claiming that rights this and rights that. Let them put on a helmet and some pads. No, the answer is no, because I don't want to see no sister get hurt, man. And they debating that this I forgot her name, man, but she want to put on boxing gloves and rumble the Earl Spencers and the Terrence Crawford. She's a welterweight. And I just think that, man, there's some boundaries that should never ever be crossed, man.
Okay. Now I just pulled up because I want to pull up something and I'm gonna drop a Jew on it. I think I don't know. I'm almost going to do a story. Now, the first black women's basketball coach was Charlene Vivian Sting. She coached University of Rutgers. University, that's in Piscataway, New Jersey. Yep. I remember see her.
Yeah, Rutgers.
Yeah, Rutgers. All right. First woman. C. Vivian Stringer. She coached them great. I believe she won a championship in Rutgers. I'm not sure. She's still the head coach of the University of Rutgers. First women black coach. She born March 16, 1948. And he's an American basketball coach with one of the best records of history of women basketball. One of the winningest in women basketball. She currently head coach at Rutgers University, as I say before, because I remember her. Title, head coach, Team Rutgers, Big Ten, record, 477 wins, 267. Combined 243 and 136.
Yeah.
Alma Mater, Slippery Rock. First, she started coaching career at Cheyney State.
Yeah, Cheyney.
All right, that's 72, 1983. That's when she first started. 83 to 85, Iowa. 1995 present. Listen to this. She stays asleep. Malik, Omar, and the rest of the chat. You know what her record is?
What is it, JT?
997 only 402 losses, a percentage 713.
That's
She
crazy.
she was I remember I said this. She was a string of the Basketball Hall of Fame inductee in 2009. Medal record, women basketball, assistant coach of the United States. Olympic Games, 204 athletes. Head coach of the United States, Pan-African Games, 1991 Havana. Head coach of the United States World University Games, 1980 by Kobe. Assistant coach of William Jones Cup. Stringer is the first coach in NCAA history to lead 3 different women programs to NCAA Final Fours. Rutgers in 2000 and 2007. University of Iowa in 1993. And Cheney State College. Cheney State, now they call Cheney University of Pennsylvania in 1982. She is 6th winningest coach in women's history. She was honored by the Naismith College Coach of the Year, Women's Basketball in 1993, and is a member of the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. She was elected to the Basketball Hall of Fame, like I said, in April 2009. She was inducted in September of that year. In February 26, on February 26, 2013, Serena won her 900 game, became the 5th coach in women's history to reach this mark, joining Summit, Hatchett, Joey Conrad, and Gino Albemarle. Now, the last name I meant to mention, he coached the University of Connecticut Huskies. All right. So, and she's the first Black women coach, family. Y'all take on that.
Yeah, well, Sheep, you there? No, all I was gonna say, I ain't want to interrupt Sheep. Okay, you want to go first, Sheep, or you know?
Yeah, I'll go first. Well, I never knew about her.
I did, yeah.
I never knew about her, but that shows, once again, like it's a lot of history that that goes uncovered, man, that we need to cover. And this is why I like when we do these types of sports shows too, bro.
Yes,
like
sir.
I told you before, because you kind of go back in the archives and you talk about people who either people forgot about or people never knew about. Because that's something that should be talked about. Here it is. You got a Black woman that's considered one of the top coaches in NCAA women's history too.
Yep.
But they don't really mention her when they mention Pat Summitt. They just mention her.
Right.
They don't mention that, that we up in that piece too. You feel me?
Right.
And this is why I like when you bring this type of stuff out, man. Because to me, it's like I said, it's either a person that nobody never knew about or a person somebody forgot about. And that's key, man. Because not only do these shows highlight certain things, man, like as far as, us talking about stuff, but it's also a lesson. We learn a lot too.
That's right.
And I really appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I really be learning a lot of shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Before you continue, Malik, what I learned about her when I was watching in the 80s, and I said, "Oh snap! I see one of us coaching," and then she was an ambassador of women sports too. That is not even mentioned.
Yeah, that's sad. That's really sad.
He's not even mentioned of women's sports. So check it out, y'all. Me and She Stay Sleep have brought you the first Black coach, and now tonight the first Black women coach.
Yes, sir.
That is not mentioned.
Yeah.
Why do you think I always say, and me, She Stacey, we talk, even you, Malik, we always talk about history. Women, I'm telling you now, you need to look this stuff up too. You need to talk about this too, because this was Stringer. She's a trailblazer of women's sports, even in our community. Now, right now, she should be over 1,000 wins. Safe to say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she should be in 1,000. So that means she's moving up on a doggone lap. And women, and I'm not trying to get on you, but you need to learn about stuff like that, because they part of our history. It ain't all about it's a women's live. Oh God, no. They part of our history. She is a trailblazer. She needs to be respected. Frederick Douglass, Fritz Pollard need to be respected. 900 wins. When I just read from 72 up to 95. Did not count how many she got right now. Ty Brown, peace, sis. I'm gonna invite you on, Sonny Boss Talk. Hold on. And so we need to put some respect on that. Our sister. And matter of fact, she's a doctor too.
That's deep right there.
I forgot to mention that.
And JT and Sheik, we gotta mention also Becky Hammond. You know, she's the assistant coach of the San Antonio Spurs, man.
Yeah.
She just got interviewed for the Milwaukee Bucks head coach. So you might have a sister up there, man, that might be coaching the first NBA.
Becky Hammond's white.
Yeah. So So that sister.
No, Becky Hammond is white.
Yeah. No, I'm saying for the woman aspect. You know what I mean? I was saying about women.
Yeah, right. I understand that, Malik, but I'm saying that again, I'm with you, but our women need to be. It's not even playing. Why she Stringer? Why they don't ask her? Why she don't get the same opportunity? And she won a lot more games than her.
Yeah, that's real talk. But that show you right there that if she, the white woman usually have to break. Unfortunately, they have to break the. They talk about this feminism stuff. She say Sleep and JT, man. Oftentimes to break the water, it always got to be a white woman. Why can't it be a sister? You know what I mean? And when I say sister, I mean represent for the woman, because I think the women have been oppressed as well. You know what I mean? But you're right. Why not go and grab that sister that you was talking about?
I want to read this, and I want your brother to chime in this too. Okay. I was looking through it because I knew about C. Stringer because I used to watch it. Do you know she was named National Coach of the Year 3 times, the Wade Trophy 1982, Converse 1988, and Naismith 1993. Also, she was named Russell Adlick WBCA National Coach of the Year, the 1993 Coach of the Year, Sports Illustrated USA Today, Converse Los Angeles Times, and the Black Coaches Association, the 2000 Female Coach of the Year by the Rainbow Push Organization, raised by Reverend J. Jackson. Oh, fuck him. Well, I don't want to hear about it. The District 5 Coach of the Year, 1985, 88, 93, District Coach of the Year in 1998, Big Ten Coach of the Year, 1991, 1993, the Big East Coach of the Year, 1998 and 2005, and 1998, 1999, 2000, 2005, Metropolitan Basketball Writers Association Coach of the Year. One of the most personally gratified accolades, 1993, Carol Ackman Award, which is now the coach most demonstrated spirit, courage, integrity, commitment, leadership, and service to the game of women basketball. A finalist of the Naismith National Coach of the Year 5 times through her tenure of Rutgers. Stringer was honored by U.S. Sports Academy when her organization decided to name the annual Women Coach Award in her honor. The C. Vivian Stringer Medallion Award of Sports for Women Coach was handed out for the first time in July 2002. In 2003, She was recognized by Sports Illustrated one of the 101 most influential minorities in sports during the summer of 2004. She received the Black Culture Associate Lifetime Achievement Award. In addition to her extensive collegiate career experience, Stinger was also successfully tested herself in the international arena and assistant coach for the gold medal 2004 U.S. Olympic team. Her first U.S. basketball experience came an assistant for a bronze medal in the 1980 U.S. Jones Cup team. Stringer also had extensive head coach experience in the national program leading to the 1982 Olympic Fest East team to a bronze medal and in the 1985 World University Games. I said cool. All right, 1989 U.S. World Championship qualifying team in Brazil to go and the qualify for the following year a FIBA World Championship, and in 1991 Pan African Games, Havana grew to a bronze medal. A note administrator, Stringer was one of the key players at the development of Women Basketball Coach Association. She served as a voting member of the WBCA Board of Directors, the Amateur Basketball Association of the United States, and the Night Coaches Advisory Board. In the past, Stringer has served as a member of the Kodak All-American Selected Committee and was elected to the Women's Sports Foundation Advisory Board. The C. Stringer Child Development Center was dedicated on Tuesday, September 9, 2008. The ceremony took place at the Night World Headquarters at the Night campus of Beaverton, Ohio. Oregon. The Stringer Center, 35 square foot factory, opened in June 2008. The center housed 26 classrooms, provided care, learning, developed for approximately 300 children between the ages of 6 months to 5 years old. The Night campus building paid tribute to some of the world's best athlete coaches, some of the athletes honored by including John McEnroe, Jordan Bernard, Samuelson, Michael Jordan, Mike Smith, Nolan Ryan, Lance Armstrong, the Juice Drug Man. I need to throw to Maya Hammond, Kid Griffey Jr., Pete Sampras, Jerry Rice, and Tiger Woods. Stringer is the third woman of second. Stringer is the third woman, the second coach, and the first African American woman have the building named after her Night campus. On April 2009, he was officially announced that she would be inducted with Michael Jordan. In 2009, listen to this, y'all. I got to read it again. This is mind-boggling. On April 6, 2009, she was officially announced that she had been inducted to the Hall of Fame with Michael Jordan, John Stockton, David Robinson, and longtime coach Jerry Sloan. In 2009, officially, we know about that. Now, jump on that. Now, this has all happened like in the 2000s, family. The decade. In that decade. We ain't telling about after that. Anybody can go first.
Well, all I was gonna say is that I gotta piggyback on what Sheik was saying, JT, man. I'm always learning something from you. And you LDBC, one thing about you got the gamut of all sports, not just one when it comes to boxing. And to my fellow brothers of the LDBC, they don't really go into depth like you do from the origins, the origins of everything, man. That's dope. The only one that I could say that really go into the origins, but he stick to boxing, and that's he know that hands down, man. And that's legendary blood boxing. But you, man, you going in tonight. You dig? So I'm sitting here learning, and you got me writing down stuff, man. That's crazy when it comes to sports. And the reason why I brought that the white girl up, man, is because oftentimes that racism, when they want to crack the gender thing, when they don't want to be gender specific on something, and they trying to crack the the ice, it's usually a white woman. That's why I was just saying that. And some sisters hopefully can follow suit. You know what I mean? But that's just an unfortunate thing. So, sometimes things stay the same. You know what I mean? But we definitely got to grow. But I remember you was just saying, why not go and get that sister that's a doctor? They has a better winning percentage. I would love her to put in for some of them gigs, man. You dig? So you know, man, it's a beautiful thing that you just laying down everything, man, because the perception, man, and the history, if you leave that out, man, we'd be talking crazy. But yeah, definitely, man, there's some dope sisters, man, that was coaches and coach players. That's dope. You know what I mean? So with had said, oh yeah, I want to shout out the Sunny Boxing Talk. He coming on, JT?
Now he say he's chilling for the night.
Okay. You sound like me, man. You know what I mean? But hey, Sunny Boxing Talk, I know you heard me, family. I'm gonna email you. I'll be the email that's coming in. All right, so you can get that email, so we can be able to chop it up. But I did email you though.
Yeah. All right. She stay sleep.
Yeah, man. That's impressive, man. This, like I say every time we speak on, you know, the prolific women, you know, my thing is, the women out there that are listening, you know, especially, our women, stop thinking that you're nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let people demean who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think that a woman is, oh, you're just a weaker vessel, and you can't, you will never accomplish things that men had accomplished. And don't believe none of that shit. All of that's propaganda, man, because here it is. We always talk about this on a sports show, how great black women were,
Mm-hmm.
even in sports, which is male dominated.
Right.
All sports are pretty much male dominated. But when you look at a lot of these women were prolific on all levels.
Mm-hmm.
Players, coaches, all of that. So stop thinking, oh, don't believe none of that shit. And the reason why, a lot of these Caucasian women be pushing this whole feminist stuff is because, they're being oppressed by their men. So my message to the black woman is feminism is not your fight, sister. You
Yeah.
fighting against your black man is not your fight. You don't have to fight against us because most of us, most of us is pretty much beneath y'all when it comes to certain shit in society.
Mm-hmm.
So feminism is not your fight. That's the white woman's fight
Mm-hmm.
because she's trying to dominate her man.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to be recognized because how they treat their women.
Mm-hmm.
And the black men who are treating their women like that, they're only mimicking white folk.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of, and this is why I did a show about this. Does black excellence equal white acceptance? A lot of black men who are successful, they begin to treat their women the way white men treat their women because they believe that that's a form of power,
Mm-hmm.
to demean your woman, to keep your foot on your neck of your woman.
Mm-hmm.
So stop believing that, man. That's not y'all fight, black women. Y'all are great, and y'all been great forever.
Yes.
So don't believe that. Don't think that you can accomplish certain things, and you don't have to play basketball against other men to prove who you are. You don't have to get on the football field with other men to prove who you are. You are who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah. And go more. She stay sleep. Point two. And black women to understand this. When we was going through the fight for our rights as a people, it's always the black man, the black woman fighting for equality of each other. Don't get caught up of this oppressed system, these feminists, and talking about the men make more than the women, and that's that. Like she say that's their fight. Only because you know why? Because they don't like the fact that historically we always supported each other. I ain't gonna say I don't know what happened because I do know, but that's gonna get off the subject. And I don't want to get off the subject, but I'm just saying that do not let them women and go, yeah, You know they sexist and all like that. That they do. That is their talking point. You hear what I'm saying? So you got to be careful, black woman. And I ain't mean to get off the point this too. You gotta understand. Within a few weeks, the midterm elections is coming up, sisters. Let me repeat that. The midterm elections that's gonna come up. I will do a live stream about the midterm election, and we're going to talk about it. You know they're going to get your women out there to vote. Listen, you cannot go with this man right here. You know, it's man against woman. Don't fall for that. That's the fight. Just as you want us to come home to you, we need to come home to y'all too. Let's come back home to each other. Let's work out our problems. Let's restore our family, our children. And that's what it's all about. So understand this, sisters. We just talk about first black women coach that was not mentioned in the media. I pulled that up because I remember the sister. And click on, I said, oh yeah, she's Stringer, coach of Rutgers. She took, I think, 3 to 4 teams in college to the NCAA finals. How many men you could say they even done that? Of no matter what color it is. All I'm just saying, y'all, goes for man too. You need to get your weight up. Cause me, she, Stacy, I could say even Malik and even Sonny, you know, we be dropping signs. We not just talk about men. We talk about women too. And the women, y'all need to pay attention to this history because that's part of your history. That's part of our history. This is groundbreaking. And how the media got away from it, who knows? But you hear about Pat Summitt, nothing wrong with that. She made history too. But she's a C Stringer, first black coach. She's a first black women coach. She's a trailblazer women's sports. That wasn't even mentioned. The white woman was mentioned back then. A black woman was not even mentioned. Not even a black man wasn't even mentioned as the black coach in college basketball at that time in the early 70s. She's a trailblazer in our community. We need to get our way up in our history. I'm telling you. And I'm going to talk about more. Me, she says we're going to talk about more. I'm going to I think that this going to be enough for the night and everything. Salute to everybody in the chat. I want to thank you so much, Poetic Health. Thanks for beautiful work and everybody that came in. Tawana, Eric Brown. Oh, thanks for coming. You know, so whoever come in, you always catch the rewind. We made history again tonight. We talk about the first black coach ever. Frederick Douglass, Fritz Pollard, all pro in the 20s. We talk about, I read about Byron Scott, Underrated. And everything we talk about is all about black excellence. First black women coach, C Stringer. You got back-to-back, family. How many people could say that? Doing these sports shows. How many people could say that? Got great minds on here, people. It ain't all about me. Got great minds on here. Malik Omar, LDPC, last remarks, then she stay asleep. Then I finish it up.
Yes, sir, JT. First of all, I want to thank God Almighty for allowing all of us to come together without egos, man, and talk sensible, man, and able to piggyback off each other. That's a beautiful thing to see black people doing it. Because 90% of the time when I walk outside my door, unfortunately, man, we're living in this matrix, man, and we suffering from plantation psychosis, and that's one of the issues that we're dealing with. You know what I mean? We can't get along verbally, physically. You know what I mean? This is fact. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing to come because I'm trying to heal myself, brother. To listen to Sheep do his thing, man, on his channel, and to see you, and I was about to go on my channel, man, and get it up and popping. The two wifey was like, look, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So I made a determination. I said, man, you right, bae. Because it's too many channels, man, out here that I could support. You know what I mean? It's not like you were saying, man. It ain't all about you. Let me go over here and support my man JT channel. Let me go over here. I'm waiting for Sheep Stay Sleep to come on live. Let me go over here and support Brother Rob. I don't need a channel, man. I'm support y'all channel. I do way too much, man, with this film stuff. So she like, when I'm on with you sometimes, she come give me the eye. I'll be like, yo, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So once she recognized that, man, and let me let you say something, JT. This subject that you're saying, and I'm sorry for being long with it. This subject that you're talking about, man, is dope. I know about it, but I don't. I don't know everything, but I learned something tonight. Like I said, you had me writing, man. But definitely, man, we got to piggyback on this again. And I just want to just salute you and Sheep Stay Sleep for doing this night in and night out, man. I see them subs is coming up because I'll be trying to share your content, JT, but some of the people I want to share it with, unfortunately, man, we the foul language, man. One thing about black people, man, I have to keep talking about this, is we mean well, but we quick to point out the negative stuff when we see it. You know what I mean? And I wish the person, because she's very, very Christian, got some children, I think that they need to tune into your show because you be dropping signs, Sheep be dropping signs, and Sonny Boxing be dropping signs. But the language, man, because I talked about this the last time I was on here. We far too intelligent, man, to be. If you notice, I don't cuss. I always catch myself. You know what I'm saying? Because we too intelligent to get our point across. We're using 4-letter words, man. That's not cool.
I understand what you're saying, but this is where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I cannot worry how people think about me. Sometimes it comes out, it's come out.
Right.
But I know I'm an intelligent person.
Right. There you go. That's what. Not to cut you off, JT. Right. That's what I'm saying.
If we can't learn how to read between the lines,
right.
It goes to a black man and black woman,
right.
Black man, black woman. Hell with you.
No. This is what I'm saying. I concur with you. I agree to disagree.
But I'm just saying because you do so, but I see other people do worse, and they don't say nothing about it. But
the reason why I'm trying to big your channel. Look, for instance, ask Blood Boxing, ask now 78 Sports. He just got his channel back. Why? Because the haters was in there flagging his channel, talking about the language. You dig? So they suspended his channel. What I'm trying to do, man, if we could avoid all that, you dig what I'm saying? So that's what it's about, JT, man. And I'm bigging the channel up at the same time. What I'm saying is the language. You know what I'm saying? They could do that, man. The haters come in. He cussed. Look, check this out. And 70, I heard him talking about it the other day. He was saying whoever was monitoring his channel, not only was he hating, monitoring, but at the same time, that's why they shut his channel down for 90 days. Blood Boxing just had to get another channel. So they even told the people in the chat, we got to fall back on that. That's all I'm saying. No, people could talk how they want to talk.
Yeah, I'm saying, but even like this is the way I look. Even if we don't curse, they still going to hate. I know channels getting me. She Stay Sleep personally. Channels was getting turned down, getting taken down. They wasn't using no curse word, but they told the truth, and they still get taken down. So damn if I do, damn if you don't.
Yeah. No, you have a point, but like you said, we are far too. I look at it like this: like if I do it and I'm not being arrogant, with the intelligence that I got, I'm being lazy. That's all I'm saying, good brother. But other than that, I'm saying I wanted to share your content with some children. That's what I'm saying. But they church people are really, really fanatical when it comes to, petty stuff like that. I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying at the same time, I wanted to share your content with elementary children that are homeschooled, man. You be having good shows. I won't even be on the panel. You dig what I'm saying? But I'll be hearing your shows. I know children that are homeschooled. They don't go to public schools. So you have an outlet and you have a channel that can. I don't want a channel. I want to support your channel. I want to support Sheep channel. I want to support Brother Rob and Sonny Boxing Talk because there's too many people that got channel. I'd rather support somebody than to start another channel. I need my audience to come over here. But I'm just giving the suggestion, good brother. It's no beef for nothing, man. I mean, people talk the way I talked. I said to the one cat, he gave it to me. He eventually came back and apologized to me. You know, you ain't my father, mother, blah 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 blah. But we too. What I'm saying is we too intelligent. It's laziness, man. When we gotta, cause we gotta talk like that. We don't. But you're right though.
Right.
But I'm gonna pass the mic to Sheep.
I understand what you're saying, but
I'm gonna pass the mic to Sheep Say Sleep. But yeah,
no, you don't want to stay right there because I want you to understand where I'm coming from. I understand what you're saying. I appreciate that. Sometimes we gotta stop being easy on the truth. Sometimes, like I understand you talking about the kids and everything, but this is the thing that's when the parents had to come into the picture, had to explain, okay, he could, but I'm gonna tell you why the truth that you get from it, because that's what my parents had done for me. I used to hear them tell, Mom, yeah, no, you don't supposed to hear none of that, but let me explain such and such. The parents have to be intact with their kids. The Gojis and the elders had to be intact. So in case if something like this happened, they could expand on it. But that is the problem. There is not enough leadership. And I'm not saying you, Malik. Trust and believe. I'm not saying you, but then there's certain people in our community. Oh, you got to censor this, you got to censor that. While these other people, they stand in the background. It's not educating. It's not telling them I'm not telling them that the between the lines of the messaging that what that person is really talking about, because I hear people they first be frustrated, So, but I understand. I appreciate that, brother. I really.
You know me. Now I talked to Sarnetta. I was telling Sarnetta the same thing. He concurred with me 100%. And if you watch his channels now, you know what I mean. It ain't that he cut that stuff out because they was flagging his channel. And if you love somebody, constructive criticism, and you love your brother, if you your brother's keeper or your sister's keeper, what you do is you give them suggestions. And I agree with you 100%. You know what I'm saying? But my job as a supporter of your channel is to inform the channel and make the channel even bigger and share its contents. A lot of my people, man, that I know, man, I share your content with. They're grown people, but I wanted to share it with a lot. I know it's a community of children. I'm an educator by trade. That's what my degree is in education. But by trade, man, it's a lot because my daughter don't go to public school as well. They little what I'm saying is they children that I want to share the content with. And what I'm saying, the way I love children may be different than certain parents. Maybe they allow their parents to, the parents allow them to watch anything and talk to and let the children talk to them any way that they want to. Me, I guess I'm old school and an old breed when it comes to language, man, and ebonics. I really love the children. I don't want to.
I love the children
like
too.
That. You know
I really do. I care for our kids. I care for our kids.
You know, and a little child is 5 and 6 years old or 7 or 8 that in our history and whatnot in sports and some of the topics you be having, like I like the occult. I was busy that night. I wasn't able to get on the panel, but that was a dope one that you did on the occult. You know what I'm saying? But foreign language, JT, you right though, man. I mean, I'm with you, and people run the channel with the way they want to. It's just a suggestion, man.
I get it. No, I get it. I'm still a work in progress.
And me too, brother. I used to cuss like a seller,
and I'm not really right. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not really a cusser. It's just that certain things at that time, see. And I understand what you're saying, but sometimes that.
And you know who used to correct me, JT? I used to go in. My wife told me, she said, brother, look, you got 3 degrees. You working on your doctorate. Look, brother, what you need to do is you need to work on that. And I used to get frustrated at my wife. But guess what? She was right. She said, you know what? You've been lazy, Malik. You've been lazy. And she's right, because that's why I don't do it no more, man. I rarely do it. But what I'm saying is that it's a beautiful what I'm saying. It's a beautiful starting at the same thing I want to share. Some is I said, look, man, knowing personally, I want some of your work, man. I want to share it, man, but I can't. You got these people on the panel, every other word. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but I want to read this because the ones who really know, and then after that, she stays asleep. I'm gonna get to you. Then I finish it up. Uncle Shug, he be running his channel for a long time. He be helping me. He said they will take away monetizing and age restrict you, but never suspend you for language. Now anybody should know it should be him. So I'm glad you point that out, my brother. I really appreciate that. And Malik, thank you so much. And you know, thank you. And she stay asleep. Last remark, please.
I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout out to you, my brother Malik. As always, LDBC. Thanks for always supporting me and my brother. Always supporting the sports show and all of that. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody who's listening, who hit the like button, who shared this show, and who continue to support the sports show. It's very much appreciated. Much love to y'all. And y'all have a good night.
All right. Thank you. Stay right there. We learned, again, I got to emphasize this. We learned last week, first black coach. We read about Byron Scott tonight. Well, you know, it's everything we talk about black excellence in coaching. And now I brought up that I was always respect her work is Dr. C. Stringer. First black female coach that started her coaching career in 72 as an assistant, and then she went on to head coach. She had been assistant coach, help grow women's sports, especially basketball. Well, I could say women's sports, period. And even women don't give her credit, but on this channel or this sports, we going to give her credit. And it's very important. Let's stop let media define our thinking. Let's do our own investigation of our own people. Because there's a lot of, I always say this, there are a lot of hidden Jews in our community that it's not mentioned right now. We in 2018. and the year almost ended. We should celebrate this. It should be constant discussion of their contributions. But of certain sector of our community, it's not. And that is disappointing, especially our young people don't even have the access to this. And they need to be access to this right now. So they can have some pride of themselves. And us as grown-ups, we gotta constantly bring this up, our history. So on that note, have a good night. Oh yeah, and the man's talk will be coming this week. I don't know the day, but it was gonna come this week. Watch out, it's coming. Got some more stuff coming. Be safe, family. Till next time. Ghost.